Alright guys, here's the beast. Alright, we gotta see what we gotta do to get the carburetor out of this thing. Looks like we gotta pull that off. Okay, let me get this set up here where I can hold it open. Give me a minute, guys. Alright, first thing we gotta do is we gotta take this grate off. And that is 9/16. Okay. Okay, we gotta take the extension out of there. Should be the same up here, you're thinking? Yeah. It's gonna be a little tricky. I'm running onto the cab on this one. The ratchet. Okay, so I got it far enough backed up that I shouldn't have to take it all the way out. This one. Just be able to come right out, I think. Yeah, that's not exactly how I had it planned. I'm gonna put these back down on here. A bunch of garbage in here. Alright, so right here's this carb, guys. Right here. This guy here. And trying to see how it comes apart. Looks like you gotta thread that off. Looks like they don't give us a choice on that. She's pretty gummy uppy. Let's see, I think that's the choke lever right there. It's got to be the choke lever. When you pull that forward up front, yeah, so that must push that down like that. Chokes it. Okay. Where's the fuel going in? The fuel maker right here. Wow, that's that hose is not very good shape. It's braided hose though. So that looks like that's 1/2 inch nuts holding it onto the intake. Trying to figure out what else we need to get out of there. Is that on there? That's okay. That's, what does this do? Oh, this must be our throttle. Okay. Well, all right, guys. We're gonna take that off and give that a bath. See if we can get this baddie running good. Alright guys, I got the carburetor clean, as you can see down there. It took a little bath. and I got it cleaned out. Now it kind of starts, but it's still not running. Won't idle. It'll start when I have supreme choke, and it'll run for a little bit if I just keep the choke hammered. So I'm gonna try. All right, guys. So I want to check the shut-off solenoid. There's a little shut-off solenoid on the carburetor. I'm not sure if it operates or not. So I'm going to check to see if there's at least power going to it. And that's this way right here. So I'm going to switch it on and get my test light and see if I got power. So I'm turning the switch on now. So I want to test to see if I'm getting power to the solenoid. I get power. So it's got power there. Doesn't mean it's working though. Alright. There should be no power now. No power. So, okay. So now, I'm thinking it's either the fuel filter or the fuel pump itself, or the solenoid. So I got three things fuel, because the carburetor's been totally cleaned out. It should purr like a kitten, but for some reason it's not just getting enough fuel to get it to go. I mean, it'll run with me yanking on the choke and closing the choke all the way. So that's choke. This is unchoked. Choke is this way. So all right. I wonder if I should, if I had another person here, I'd take this off and we'd turn this and see if we'd pump fuel out of it to see if I'm getting fuel from the fuel pump up to the carburetor. That would be like probably the next thing, but I need someone else there because I can't be up there and back here at the same time to look at it. So I'll need someone there to help me on that one. Otherwise, you know, we got this fuel line that goes there, hooks onto some hose, hooks on another piece, goes through the little wall, goes to a filter to the fuel tank. So that's how this one is set up. So I gotta figure this out. This is a Zenith carburetor. Alright guys. Okay, been working on the Bobcat, so I'm going to give you a little what I know so far. Okay, I cleaned up the carburetor, gave it a bath. The problem, I believe, is with the fuel solenoid. There's a fuel shutoff solenoid. I can get it to work sometimes. When I first put it in there, it didn't work at all. The problem is I don't know when it's working. I don't know if it shuts off. So those things are a little bit pricey, and I'm having difficulty finding the right needle size. There's different variants of it. So this is a Zenith carburetor. It's 1386, something like that. I'll put it in the video on the screen for the correct number, because you can't read the tag. The tag doesn't, it's missing half its numbers. So it was a treat trying to find it. So you can't get the carburetor brand new anymore. They're all discontinued, which you'd think would be really weird, because this is a Bobcat, and it'd be, you know, you think that would be out and around a little bit, but no, that is discontinued. You can get rebuild kits. So the problem with the solenoid is like 180 bucks. So what it does is it applies power, and it opens up pulls back the needle, which lets fuel in. And if the fuel ain't going in, then it's like acting like a shut off. So, and it was stuck at first, then I was able to wiggle it and I got it to work, but now it doesn't work all the time because I don't hear it click all the time. So that might be my big issue. So tomorrow, what I plan for tomorrow is I plan on taking it out, plugging the threaded hole, and see if I can get it to run without the shutoff valve being there. And see if that will work. So that will be on tomorrow. Let's see if we can get this baby to run. I get it to run when it's choked, and I have to hold the choke and it'll run, but it's not how we want it to run. All right. Okay guys, if you ever want to see a work of art here, here it is. Okay, so what's going on here is this was stripped out, and whoever fixed it last put some kind of gunk in it which held it, but that didn't help the situation. So what I think was going on was this was not getting a good ground, and so it would work here, there, whatever it decided to work. And when it didn't work, because we weren't grounding it, because whatever they had stuck in the threads was causing an issue. So I tried tapping it, what the tap is on this the solenoid, and it's just far too gone. So what I ended up doing is putting it in as tight as I could and taking some RTV, putting it on there. Then I stripped the wire because I'd have the same problem, right? Because we are not going to have a decent ground. So I put and wrapped the bare wire onto it, taped it, and put more RVT. Or I can't eat. Oh boy, guys! I put some more silicone on there to hopefully dry, harden. When it hardens, then it should hold it in place and not leak. Because what it was doing, it was leaking because it couldn't tighten up high enough. So that was the deal. So now if you have a Zenith carburetor, and this is kind of interesting, I just noticed this too. I wonder what's causing this rub mark here. There's nothing on the carburetor, around the carburetor there. So either this carb is not original to the Bobcat, or someone put a different bottom on this thing, because there's nothing there to rub. So that's really weird. All right guys, so that's now we just gotta let that harden. Hopefully it won't take forever. Well, I'm sure it's gonna take forever because there's a lot of it, but then we'll get her on. We had it running, so that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully she'll not leak and run. So guys, I think we got it all evened up. It looks like it's in the center, so that's what we're going to do for the fix. The real fix would be probably to see if we could tap it with a Healy coil. You know, that'd be kind of iffy, but maybe. All right, this is the fix for now. Really, we should find a new cover for the carb that isn't all stripped to hell. But you know how hard it's going to be to find a Zenith carburetor like this? Very hard. And that's what I don't get, guys. I really don't understand this mentality we have. We have this buy it, use it, and throw it away crap. Why can't we be like we used to be in the 60s when something broke, you fixed it? I don't understand why we do stuff like this. It's really just, it's very sad. You know, I should be able to get parts for this. And they have parts for the new stuff. Now, if you buy something new, why would you need parts for it? It should last for a while. No, they'll have the parts for the new stuff, but they don't have parts for the old stuff. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense to me, because you'd be, the old stuff should be what should be needing parts, not the new stuff, right? That's what I look at, how I look at it. Hey guys, Okay, I figured out what the problem with the little cat was, or the Bobcat 630. Okay, this has the VH4D motor, and right there's the problem. Right here's the guy down here. Fuel pump wasn't working. There's only one place I could find online that you can get one, and they wanted an arm and a leg for it. So we went to plan B and got an electric fuel pump. This is I believe it's 2 to 5 or 2 to 4 psi. This does not run on high psi, so you need to reduce it down. So then I got a 1 to 5 psi reducer. I got a gauge so I could tell where I'm at, and that was the fix. All the parts were on from Amazon. These are all from Amazon. I did put a new fuel filter in it right off the tank, so it runs pretty good. So that's where it is, guys, and we got her all done. I finally got figured out what the hell the problem with this thing is, and it's just the fuel pump. So if you guys have a Wisconsin motor that just won't stay running, check your fuel pump, because your fuel pump probably isn't working. There is another place that supposedly can rebuild them. There's 2 websites, and well, I didn't contact them, so that was an issue. If I don't know for sure they're even open or still existing, but their site's still up. And you could have a site that's been up, you know, because they've closed down, but still have their site up. So I didn't contact them, but there are 2 sites on. If you search, you can find it. Do a lot of searching. I don't understand why they don't support this engine. This engine was in a lot of good stuff. To me, it's just really irrational not to support this engine. There's in shredders, lifts, Bobcats. So to me, it's just really dumb that you can't easily pick up a fuel pump for this. And so that is the fix. It runs good. So okay, guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share if you know somebody that's got a problem with the Wisconsin that isn't running. Just tell them, hey, look at the fuel pump, see if it's pumping any fuel, and then comment in the comment section, you know. So we're done with this for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.